Hi everyone, my name is Bruno Mateus. I've made a couple of videos a while ago regarding the usage of the Breakpoints and the Pictures module in Drupal 7 in order to serve us with adaptive pictures. So those videos have been pretty successful and I've been getting quite a few positive comments. So thank you so much to everyone. I'm glad I could help. I've also been getting certain recurring questions, mainly regarding certain aspects of these modules that I haven't delved into. So I thought of recreating a little bit this series of videos in a more structured way. So I hope you enjoy it. I also hope you comment regarding the new format that I'm trying. Just let me know if I'm on the right track or not, okay? So thank you so much. So on today's video, we're going to talk about how the Breakpoint and the Pictures module work together in Drupal. So we're going to make a basic overview just to understand the flow of data, and the better you understand the basic flow, how it works, the better for all of you. So these are two different modules. One is the Breakpoints module, the other one is the Pictures one. And the Breakpoints module is more than just has more than just this purpose. So it does actually do quite other things. Not on its own, but it actually connects to other modules that allow the information that the Breakpoints module retains, and allow the breakpoints to trigger other things, like we'll see in different videos later on. So the Breakpoints module allows you basically to set up a list of breakpoints on your theme, mainly by defining media queries. The same way you could define them on CSS, exactly the same style of wording. In the Breakpoints module, what helps us is that those media queries then can trigger other events on Drupal. So the breakpoints can and should be grouped into sets. You should use sets to address different areas of your design. Here, as a quick example, if you have a node with two images on that node, one for instance is the main image and another one is the paid thumb, you'll have different image sizes media sizes defined, and as such they should also have different image sizes, and they will have different sets of images. So the breakpoints can also have a multiplier selection that allows you to use Retina and other high density displays. This will be the theme of the next video that I'll show you later on. So regarding the Pictures module, what the Pictures module does really is it maps the breakpoints that you've defined in the previous module and connects them to the image styles. And so for each breakpoint of a certain group, you'll have an image style attached to it, and then it renders the image according to the map styles. The image widget must be replaced by the Pictures widget, and this is a recurring question that we sometimes have. When people are using these two modules for the first time, they almost always forget to replace the image widget by the Pictures widget on the display tab of the content type. I'll also display this on the screencast. So just to summarize, the sequence of events is grossly, of course, this. The browser's width will trigger a media query, which is defined in breakpoint X in the Breakpoints module. So the picture module becomes aware of it and will assign to the breakpoint X that we've defined here an image style of X. Becoming aware of it, so the picture module will render the appropriate version of the image. So basically, the breakpoints has the width defined. The Pictures module assigns each breakpoint to a certain style, and then detecting the width, it will render the appropriate version. It's easier seen than told, so I'm going to show it to you. It's probably easier. So in here you'll have a regular node. This node has one big image and a bit of body text. What I'll do is on this node, let's do everything from scratch. So I'll create a new field. Here we go. I only have, this is the main image and this is the body. So I'm going to create a second image. And this will have an image field type, and the widget here, it's an image. So it will be a public image, and no required, no default, file selection, everything. I'll just rename it like it is. So that's it. We have a new field. So let's see our content, still the same. Let's edit our content and let's add a new image. So we'll choose a file. Let's choose this image here. Okay, and we'll save it. So this is the original image and I don't want it to be this big. This is too much. So we'll go to the regular image styles and I'll create a new style saying second image okay. Image, sorry. Okay, so, and we'll also say that this image, the second image, will have scale and crop of, it's a thumb, so yeah, 200 by 200 is good. Okay, so this will be the actual desktop size of it, so nothing too big. And if we go to here, nothing happens because I now need to assign the new image style to this. So I'm going to say that all content types of static will display the second image will display this media here that I've created. And as such, it will have this size. But this size is not adaptive. So while the first one is, see, it doesn't have any rules to trigger its dimensions according to the breakpoints. Okay, so in here you can actually see the final result, but let's focus on this one. So what we must do, we must go to the breakpoints, and on the breakpoints you can see here already the breakpoints of every group, and we're going to add a new group. This new group will be called second image, and I'm going to select breakpoints for mobile size, narrow size, tablet version, horizontal, and the desktop also. So we will create a new group, and what this will allow me to do is it does have all the same breakpoints, just like the first one. But I'll show you now why this really matters. When you come here to the pictures group, now you have this second image group that is created from the breakpoints. And here is where you need to assign the different sizes. So I know that the desktop version has this second image, which is 200 by 200, right? That's okay. But then I'll need to create other versions for the smaller breakpoints. And I couldn't do that if I used only one group, because all images would then have these image styles, and they cannot have this. So we'll need to create them, and Breakpoints has a very nice way of doing a big set of, it's like a small batch file, like explained in the first video, of images. So they will have this name, second, and then they will create all these versions. Mind you, these are just placeholders, so we send this automatically to this area here, image styles. This is where we are now, and he created automatically the placeholders for us to create the new styles, but we still need to add the instructions inside. So I'll delete this here, just to it's just annoying us. This one was what I created. It has a 200 by 200 scale and drop and crop effect. And now we're going to move downwards. So this one, when it's in a vertical format, actually, the horizontal is the one right after the desktop. If we go down, so I'll leave it at the same size, or just slightly 180 by 180, and let's go to the vertical one. So when it's on a vertical, I want it to have 140 by 140. I'm not making any design assumptions, I'm just displaying what it could be. And then on a narrow one, I want it to have, let's say, a 100 by 100. And just for the sake of demonstrating this, on the mobile one, I'll actually increase it to 200 again. So I'm saying that when it's on a mobile version, it will actually be displayed in a different area, so it will have a different size. Okay, so what now we must do is come here to the pictures module, second image again, the group, and we must assign to each and every one of these the new image styles that we've created. So on the horizontal, for the horizontal breakpoint, whenever the screen size has a minimum of 761 pixels, but is less than 960, we are going to use this one, which I believe it was about 180. And when it's vertical, when it's between 461 and 761, we will use this vertical image style, and the narrow one to the narrow one, and the mobile to the mobile one. I believe you get the picture. It is easy, and there's nothing to it. And if we come here, it should work. I know it won't, but it should. So as soon as we try to reduce it, this should have been changing sizes, but it's not. The problem is, as I've told before, one of the most recurring problems that people forget is to come here to the display, and here on the second image, I'll just remove here the label, we must change the widget it's displaying on. So it's currently displaying it on the image format, but we must say it's a picture. And when we say it's a picture, we now have the possibility of choosing which group will you use. So the system doesn't know what this second image field is because it doesn't attach to anything. The way we have to link it is by using the picture group. So here we say this particular field will have images that must be transformed using the instructions on this second image group. We leave the fallback as a default, and we say save. And now it's taking a bit of time because it was actually probably constructing several of the images already. So let's see. When we are larger than 960, we can analyze the picture size. It's 200 by 200, and it has 18 kilobytes of size, so everything is fine. And if we move below a little bit, let's update here. It's already 180 by 180, and the file itself is 180 by 180. And again, if we reduce, this image is now 140 like instructed, and the size is dropping also. And finally, if we see it as in a mobile, I'm going to say that it's much bigger, and it defaults to this one. So is now actually correctly responding to what we said, and it is an adaptive image. So I hope you've understood how easy it is. One final thing that some people ask me is, what is the fallback and what should it do? Well, what this means is, if the browser is unable to display the correct image, because this picture module uses a certain scheme where it loads, basically has the reference to all the images, and then it only loads the one that it wants to show you. But imagine if you use a browser that is a bit too old. What happens is it will show you the fallback that you select in here. So when it's automatic, it will always use the what is defined as the desktop. But you can, of course, say no. Always use a larger one or a smaller one, or whatever size image style you want. So I hope you enjoy, and I'm going to prepare a second video regarding Retina displays, and that will take care of the multiplying that you always see in here. Okay? So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.